Hello everybody. I'm here to talk about tips and tricks. Mostly about those. There's plenty of videos talking about weapons, special ways how to use weapons, which ones are good, which ones bad. But I noticed there's not many videos about how to use hacks. There's a lot of ways to customize these hacks to be a little bit more effective than the average player. Honestly, I've noticed a lot of people don't use these hacks to their fullest ability. I mean, not many people know.
Weapons and hacks can both be upgraded in a process.
A lot of people don't know about this little thing you can do with the walls.
Trademark and patent pending.
Thank you
if
for
you find
interrupting.
a copy of a weapon or hack you already have in your inventory, you can fuse it, creating an upgraded version.
See, even the game tells you about weapons. What about the hacks, man? What about the hacks? I noticed, if you're being chased and you turn the corner, you could put the wall to make sense, but they could just find a way around it. But if you turn the corner and point straight down and click it, it'll send you straight up. And most likely, they're not gonna look up. It's like Batman. They would just honestly never look up. It's actually pretty funny watching them run around trying to find you, and you're just above their heads. But you can customize it to be a little bit better. Example, you go over here and pick this one right here.
And why not?
Now, this one's a little bit more in the making it a little bit your style. Point straight down, bounce up, boom. You usually got a platform above everyone's head, and again, most likely, no one's ever gonna look up. I've done it in the game. Trust me, no one ever looks up. But you're thinking about yourself, well, the time's too short. Well, just get another one. The best way to get this, honestly, is to get this gold. If you get this gold, you're pretty much gonna
may benefit in other ways from fusion. Experiment for yourself to find the fun.
Thank you. Thank you for being assistant. Now, if you get this golden, you can manipulate this to be perfect for you. Go up, then its timer shorter, so you can take advantage of it quicker. But you can go even higher with this and get this up and running. You can see someone, snipe at them, maybe look around for future targets, then do it again. There's a limit here, but in the game, you can go pretty damn high. Like, really, really high.
Go on, then.
You can also save yourself with this. You know, so if you want to get an upper hand on people, or get the high ground, you go right and do it. That's the wall, using it to the fullest ability. And for this thing, well, it's perfect for pushing. Yeah. Too bad there's no fall damage, right? Then again, my other one would be pretty shitty if it was. Remember, this is good for pushing or bouncing. Or both. So, not only is this one good for jumping, it's also good for jumping. So they could both be used either way. This has two purposes, this has one though. Because, you know, it has to take you up. And then, but it'll bring you back down. And if you're trying to be quiet, doing this, and then coming back down like a rock, is probably gonna let anyone you're trying to sneak up on know exactly where you are. You know, people wear headphones and all. But there's a way to cancel it. You can go up before you hit the ground. Oop, messed up. Beep. No editing here. Fuck ups are included. You launch.
Doesn't work, man.
And you cancel it. Good for getting it right and keeping quiet. Although I'm pretty sure they'll hear the But if you're lucky, they don't pay attention. But they'll definitely hear the boom. Now, for this ability, this one has been covered a lot on YouTube. To be fair, it's pretty useful. It's pretty much being Nightcrawler from X-Men. Let's face it, it really is. You just poof anywhere you want to be. You're not fast as the Flash though, sorry. Bullet will catch you if they're smart enough to look where you're gonna go. But this has a big drawback. say you're doing there, but you're just close enough, it could stop you. I got lucky and I wasn't close enough. But if you're in the middle of a firefight, you're trying to get out of dodge, you click it, but then you're unfortunate to go here, but you accidentally hit here. And then, well, you just pin yourself to the wall and there's a guy with a gun aiming at your back. Example. Firefight, dodging, jump, and you were going for here. You landed here. That could be the difference between life and death. And let's go to the clearly bouncing Betty. Or, let's face it, the ball. This ball can be used as a shield and as in, well, transportation. But so can mostly everyone. But the ball gives you a little bit benefit of having a shield. If someone shoots at you, it will not break you or hurt you, it will hurt the ball. Perfect for getting out of sticky situations. Also useful in buildings, keep that in mind. If you're in a small corridor, it'll at least stop you from getting hurt so you can bounce down the stairs or up the stairs or out the door or out the window. Be creative. Next one, it's the shield. This one, ironically, this is exactly straightforward. It stops bullets, it does not let people hit you, but this also becomes the biggest pain in the ass at literally the crown rush. If you can somehow weasel your way to the last bit or kill everyone, and you manage to get this at full stock, the moment your health is seriously low, just pull this up and then run. Remember to you move a little quicker as you slide, so use it to your advantage. The more you move around, the more they can hit you. And trust me, at the end, there's a lot of miniguns. Like a lot. Like seriously, why does everyone go with it? I get it. I mean, let's all just be honest with ourselves. Who does not want to be Doom Guy and just walk around with this fucker? I mean, you're not slaying demons, but you're slaying me, or the unfortunate you. And again, that explains a lot of things, especially when you're jumping around. There's not much you can do to this. Really, there's not much you can do to get out of this. Except,
yeah, right.
It'll stop it from killing you long enough till you get out of sight. I'm sorry, most people use this at but they're really easy to dodge since they're not really spread apart. They have a limit too. Once you get to a certain distance, they will most likely miss most of their shots. Still kill you though. Now, the perfect for all players that like playing aggressive, landmine. This is extremely helpful for people. Say you're in a firefight, right? Like this guy. You're hitting him, you're dodging his bullets, but then he tries to run away. Turns invisible. You don't know where he went. Drop this. If he's in the area, that will beep, and that will follow. Just follow your little beeper. Now, perfect for fighting or detecting where the sneaky little fucker went. Or, if you have a vantage point and they're trying to push, you can put it literally in the air.
Aye.
So when they try to jump to you, beepers is gonna hunt them down, so you can tell where they go if you can't. If you lost sight of them, pay attention to beepers. And yes, I call the landmine beepers. Really name your things. Makes it more entertaining watching them slay. Now, the all-seeing eye. Let's face it.
Here's something.
This really is the definition of spy.
Yeah, right.
You can detect anyone from anywhere. But if you use it so everyone in the area see a giant ass square. Good for you, bad for you too. Sure, you see where they are, but if you happen to miss, they saw this entire square. And come on, let's face it, if the square goes that way, the person who did it is that way. They'll just have to wait for you to go and... You gotta really make sure you know where your opponents are, or at least by sound. Listen for footsteps. People normally run around, but if you want to be stealthy, just crouch. Crouch, hide behind walls, wait for the ambushes. Remember, yes, this is a shooting game, but you don't have to be grrr, die.
Hurry!
It is also a survival game, so be smart about your attacks. Don't go for the front, go from the back. Don't make it a fair fight. You're trying to win, right?
Go on then.
Get the high ground.
It's a sin, man.
Make every fight extremely unfair. Oh, and speaking of that, you can also use the wall as like, how do I put this? If you can get certain angles just right, you
Aye.
can have like a little peeky, and most people won't really look down sometimes, so you can use this as a little hidey hole. As they go over, they don't expect you to look under. So it kind of comes in handy every now and then, though do keep in mind, most people look down, so it's best to be on top. And if they do happen to look up, that's fine. They're looking at you and you're looking at them. And I believe a certain Jedi told us, it's over. We have the high ground. Don't we not? Now, invisibility.
Why not?
This one is a little bit more perfect for escaping or attacking. Attacking? Well, yes, you can't shoot when you're in this mode, but in this mode, no one can see you. Well, I'm not quite sure yet, because I'm pretty sure a sniper rifle can snitch you out. See? Because, you know, if you're close enough, you can get red light line. I'm normally pretty high up the ground, so I don't know if someone's invisible sometimes. Well, anyway, this is what I mean by this. You just have to be creative on how you do things with this ability. If you want to get out of harm, they're shooting at you, you go, well, go and ghost, really. And then run away. But
Just a second.
let's get this a little higher. This doesn't necessarily, it's just, you know, easier to go in and out of it. But they're in a firefight. You go behind cover, you turn invisible, but instead of running away, you run toward them. They think you're behind the pillar. They're trying to figure out if you're going to move. Go behind them. If you have a shotgun, you know how close. Have a sniper rifle, you know how close. You have a minigun. Do you even need closeness? I mean, let's face it, you can just end them. And once you shoot, they will move, sure. But if your second ability is handy dandy beepers,
Just improve
always
this
use
bad
the
boy.
beepers first. Yes, I know, you should shoot first, but
Go on then.
have this up first. They hear it, they try to dodge it, but they're focusing on the beepers, not you. And if they focus on you, they're not focused on beepers. And that's guaranteed damage. Always let guaranteed damage be damage. The stronger you can get it, the better. Because this thing pretty much is the difference between life and death sometimes. A fully powered one can really ruin someone's day.
Right.
Because, well, 45 damage isn't a lot, but in that health, can mean a difference with each gun. Let me see. Which one's the best to show it? Shotgun kind of counts.
Now we're talking.
Not fully powered though. You most likely find 3 or 2. But beepers, dodge him, he's focusing on one, and then,
I'm being it
shots.
latte.
and now it's just because I showed his shoulder. If I shot his head, come on. It would still be 2 shots. I'm pretty sure it won't still kill him, but
Aye.
it's pretty helpful. It really is. So really,
Loading more up.
be creative with your abilities. Sometimes they could do more than you think. And some abilities work really well with each other. Like, let me think of a combination. Well, except the wall and, well, obviously. But this one also helps.
That's the best we've got.
The wall, well, the shield. Beavers can be used,
All right.
and you can just go like this. Beaver does some damage, he can't hit you, but he wants to. When you come out of it, you can use this to get, well, into cover, get safely out of cover to another cover, or push. If you have shotguns and this guy's carrying, well, this thing, put beepers,
Yeah, right.
switch, get into distance cover, let him shoot, he's gonna jump away, come back, and come from the back. Or from the front. Really, your choice. Just make sure you're not in the front of this thing. Most players use this, like, a lot. Some of them aren't good at it though, so they might actually miss more shots. But then again, this is a little too accurate as a gun. Literally, a little too accurate. So, yeah, it's gonna kill you. Oh, and for sniping, just a quick little tip about sniping. A lot of players gotta get used to this, but there is, in fact, no bullet drop. Consider it like a Halo sniper. Just, you know, aim, and it'll hit your target.
If I do
Doesn't
say
matter
so
where,
myself.
just keep aiming.
Let's bring it up a notch.
Just, Ed will get a kill. Level 1 will not get a kill, though. By the way, if you shoot the head, it won't kill you. Why? Level 2.
Let's bring it up a notch.
Level 2 is a little bit more, a little bit more grateful. If you can start any fight with if you go with a sniper loadout with any gun,
Let's bring it up a notch.
you're gonna want to, if they don't know you're there, always start with the sniper bullet, because that takes a lot more health, and they have to be more panicky, because they lose half their health with one shot. You switch, and whatever gun you pop out, that's gonna be the one that kills them. But if they're dodging, leaving, and they're like, they know they're gonna die, but they're gonna try their best to kill you, you can use that to your advantage. Example.
Now we're talking.
This gun is, well, pretty slow, but easy to control, because it just goes back to where you shoot. But you also don't have to aim it that much. Since it's so tight, most of the shots will hit, so you don't have to worry about aiming. See? Most of the shots will hit. Some won't, but some will. The benefit of hip fire. Now this thing, helpful, but to me, it's just too weak. You can easily get another one, sure, but it's just... Come on. No one stays this still. Like, no one. So this gun is a little bit of a... Go for it if you think you're really good at pinning people. But try to avoid this one. It's like... yeah. If you're really not good at aiming, this gun will probably get you killed.
Hurry!
Same for the shotgun. And, well, most pistols. This one, a little heads up. This one takes a little bit before it locks on. Yes, it's technically the definition of, well, Titanfall's legendary tracking gun. But you can see it takes a little bit.
Loading more up.
And you have to keep them in the square. So also doesn't do that much damage. Even at the highest form of this weapon, it doesn't do a lot of damage. But it will guarantee a hit. Because,
Just a second.
it's, let's face it, it's pretty much a hit or miss, really, with most people.
This is alright.
Now, we all know what this gun is. We all know how strong this gun is. But, as you can see, it has a habit to a little bit of a missy, even if you're aiming at their head. Now, this happens a lot. I can vouch for this.
Bring it up a notch.
Now, how much damage do you think this is going to do if it hits you in the head? Pretty much the same amount as a sniper rifle. But, you do know,
Hurry!
when you fight someone like this, the end result will probably be you dead before you even realize what the fuck happened. I should know, it happens to me a lot. Because, well, I don't know how it happens, but there is a certain spot that some people hit you with, that once they hit you, you're just going down. I remember I've heard this exact sound, and then died from 2 hits. How? I believe my health has been low, but sometimes I feel like my health hasn't been low that much. Because those kills are like ridiculously fast. Because honestly, some of those kills are like, whew. So if you see someone holding this particular one, pay close attention and try to get in cover quickly, because they're going to be very lethal.
Reloading.
It's fast though, that's for certain. Ah, the grenade launcher. This little buddy here has another purpose. Sure, it bounces. Makes sense, it's a grenade launcher. It blows in contact, sure. But no one's gonna be standing still. So you're gonna have to be aiming and then dodging. But you can actually use one of those hacks to make this gun a little bit more effective. Well, obviously, ticker. But that ticker goes with like every gun, even snipers, honestly. If you use... Where are you? Let me get the golden version.
May have to give this a
I didn't
whirl.
get you. There. Okay. The gun blows up on contact, right? They're always jumping around. So, if your enemy's running away from you, because they don't have to worry about this hitting them, if you build the wall in front of them, this bounces back. So helpful if your enemy's in front of you and you can't get a shot. If you see some stairs, hit them.
Just a
They'll bounce
second.
back. Oh, and sometimes that happens, so keep in mind. Even if they miss you, like you're fighting someone with this and they miss you, sometimes it won't explode instantly and it could very much kill you if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, right.
But like, you put a wall, they can't get past. They're trying to run to the side, shoot. The wall is an impact zone, but the explosion will also hurt them. So, you know, they too hard to hit, aim a little ahead. The explosion, AoE, will kill them. Also, most grenades and this one suck. This one
Now we're talking.
This one is pretty slow. I will not lie. It's pretty
Just a
slow.
second.
And to be honest, I personally feel that if you hit someone and they're in that circle, that should hurt them. Like, that clearly looks like it should do some extra damage. But it doesn't. It has a big AoE
Reloading.
attack, but it's... You can clearly see it. It takes a long time. Sure, you can hit more people at once, but in the game, people are always dodging, bobbing, weaving. So, getting someone to pin themselves in a certain spot for this thing to hit them is a big eef. Sure, it can happen. Sure. But from long range, if they can dodge it, because they can see it.
Quickly now.
And, well, let's face it, as they dodge, you're shooting at them with that, they can shoot you with this. And, well, let's just say, from far, see, thank goodness this thing has a limit. But even from that far, you're still gonna get hit. And if you curve it just right, you can probably hit more often than anything. These guns are a little bit out there. But if you're gonna go with any weapon, this is very effective. But if they're really bouncy and you're not really good with it, don't go with it. Just don't. You're gonna get your ass beat.
This is all right.
Then you go against someone who does go with this. Well, you know, you're gonna lose. This gun, on the other hand, as long as you count in for the,
Just
you
a
know,
second.
force of it moving around, you can shred people quick, and a little bit more reasonable. And since it's smaller, you could probably see what I'm getting at, right?
Reloading.
If you're not a bad shot like me there, and that hit that. Then again, I didn't miss people. I hit what I wanted. I wasn't aiming for him. I was aiming for that wall. Shh. Nailed it. Ultimate move. Now,
Got to
this
keep my
one,
hands busy.
it's a little bit iffy. Some people say you shouldn't use it. Some people say you
Bring it
should
up a
use it.
notch.
Some people say this gun's too good because, well, if you're far away and this thing can still pop you in the chrome dome. If you purposely use it as two settings, you can't set it, but you can do it yourself. It's pretty effective. And the accuracy is pretty accurate. Oh, the enemy's left. What? There.
Hurry.
But I've noticed a little thing. Aiming down sight, yeah, you're more accurate, sure, but you kind of get harder to hit. You have to get in the habit of just not aiming. I'm trying to get in the habit, and it's getting me more kills with this, or, well, actually, no, fuck that, with every weapon, except one. Just never shoot that one without aiming. This thing is incredible how bad it is if you don't aim. I mean, even some games, sniper rifles can hit sometimes, but this thing, like, just
a second.
it is more likely you'll kill the wall, the floor, the everything around except your target. Come on, just give me one. How the hell did you go that way? Oh, can we count that? I mean, if he was slightly to the side, that would have hit him. So, there.
Quickly now.
It hit him. Don't judge me, chat. Now, lock-on pistol, that's a little takes too long. Revolver, that sometimes instant kills people, and I don't know why. I'm guessing that's just like my health is too low because I don't know how that instant kills me sometimes. And a shotgun. Now, if you really go say close combat, this is gonna be your bread and butter weapon, and along with that one gun over there. This one packs the punches, packs the kills.
Reloading.
But close up, people can be more, you know, they have ants in their butt. Let's face it. They move like they're sabbatical crackheads. Let's face it. They go crazy. But 2 hits, 2 kills. Now, if you hit the head, you must sneeze me. It probably will get you to kill them with literally anything. 1 headshot with a shotgun is guaranteed. But you have to be close, because obviously, the shotgun, the farther away, the shittier it is. But you could use it to shoot. But you shouldn't. But you could. But this is a fully powered one. So let me show you how effective this thing is. Level 1. Level 1 this is... Yeah. What, you thought it was gonna suck? It's a shotgun. Get over it. It's gonna kill. But level 1 versions, they can hit. But people are very, very, very bouncy in this game. So every shot you see me hit here is most likely you're gonna hit here, here,
Reloading.
maybe if you're lucky over here, and if you're unlucky over there. See? Most guns are very hard to hit against your opponent because everyone's, well, moving. So just keep in mind, you're most likely gonna hit most shots, unless you're like super good, and if you are, leave that in the comments. Love to hear your battle stories, how vicious you are in this game.
Hey, now we got something worth mentioning.
I'm not the greatest shot in this game, I'll be the first to admit it. Well, sniper, with my little habit of going so high up in the air no one even knows I exist. I've made it a lot to the final rounds, just being ridiculously high up in the air, just honestly making everyone's day miserable, because, you know, just high up, they don't see you, you see them. You just follow them around. If you play, like, in squads, and, like, the enemies are fighting your enemies, and your team's just running around to find a good flank, if you go really high up, this be very effective just to spot them.
Vandans right over there.
They don't see you, you see them, and clear as day. Your enemy's about to fire. Try not to kill, just take out health. If you have 2 teammates that are capable, don't focus on getting the kills, focus on hurting. Let your teammates sleep up the rest. Remember, it's a team. If your team doesn't work together, you're not making it through anything. So, that's pretty much the rough guide of every single gun here, and all the hacks. And really, just try all the hacks, and see if you can't customize them to be a little bit better, because each one has a second purpose. Like healing.
Here's something.
Healing is very good at, well, healing yourself. Duh. But if you use it combined with other ones, the healing can be a little bit more effective. Because after all,
why not?
you can have 2 activate at the same time. So you're really low health, you put the shield up, and once your shield's gone, you're gonna die. But you put the healing up. So the healing is going to bring your health up super quickly, so you can go right back into the action quicker. And so say someone happens to be like, I don't know, up in the sky, aiming a sniper rifle at your forehead, you're being healed and shielded. I'm not saying I did it to anyone, of course. There's no proof, chat. There's no proof, chat. There's no proof. I did not end people's days. I enjoy being a sniper. But I don't enjoy being up in, you know, all the firefighter. Blah. I'm more of a stealth player. Use your abilities well.
Hurry!
If you're not good at close combat, then, well, don't. If you're better at being quiet and setting up traps, then, well, do so. That's why tickers are here. Of course, you can only have one, but if you did have more, be more creative. Win your game any way you want. You don't have to be every YouTuber out there that's like, ridiculous number of kills. Just, you know, play your way. If you're good with a shitty gun, then, well, use a shitty gun. If you're good with, I don't know, using just wall, just that's it. You're really good at wall. You know how to use wall as a barrier, or as like a flanking maneuver, or a stepping stone, or my favorite, being ridiculously high up in the air, sniping at fools. Go for it. Play the game you want. And that's all I really want to say, really. I noticed a lot of people don't use the wall ability, so I just felt like bringing it up. This is not just a barrier. This is not just a wall. It's also a bridge. It's also a way to get up high. It's also a way to get really, really, really high. And again, why does everyone play games like characters in Batman? Why does no one ever look up? I've been playing this game for quite a while, and mostly every match I'm always at the end because no one ever looks up. Even when I snipe them, they just look around.
Yeah, right.
So I guess not many people know about this ability. So just, you know, go for it. Become the next freaking hitman and just never let them see you. Well, that's all. Goodbye. Now, if you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and even leave a comment if you feel so bold. I'll gladly read it and give a response. Thanks, have a good day, and goodbye.